Practicing giving me a timeout.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 106 of the NFL edition. I am your host, Alex Loosemore. The rest of the guys will be joining me in just a second. Sorry, I'm a dumbass and shared it to a place that it was already posted to. I'll deal with that later. All right, yeah. Sorry we missed you last night. Just couldn't really figure it out to get it to work. So we decided to go tonight instead. So we're just bringing the show from last night to tonight. We're going to do top 10 all time. We're going to continue that with offensive tackles tonight. If we have the time or feel like going, we're going to continue. We're just going to do those divisional rankings just kind of as we're getting closer to the season again. We'll pick a division we want to talk about and go from there. And as always, anything else you'd like us to discuss, put it in the comments. We love going back and forth with your comments. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, follow the pages. Yeah, let's get right into it. Johnny, when you're ready, bring yourself in. How's it going?
All right, man. All right.
All right. And then I'll bring in our other two guests here. I'm gonna save him for last. I think we all know which one I'm talking about. We'll bring in the godfather of Let's Talk Football, Mr. Sean Spencer. How's it going, Sean?
What's up, guys? Oh,
man. Judging by the conversations that were happening before the show started, this is going to be an interesting one. And the whole reason why is our next guest here, Mr. Rager, as he's got his name,
Roger
Scott Baylor.
Roger Rabbit.
Okay, let's move the name. How's it going, Scott?
That's going great. Just
John was already leaning back. I mean,
so peaceful. If you guys could have only seen the last 2 minutes before the show started, that's all you needed to see.
I can recap it for you if you like.
No,
Please.
no.
Oh,
Good God. All right.
I take it that's my stepdaughter there. Hi, Jenny.
I believe so. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So should we just dive right into it? Start this top 10 offensive tackle list?
okay.
Might as well pull the Band-Aid off.
All right. So we'll start off.
Alex, real quick, I placed that bet like you did.
Good man. Good
Yes.
man. Hopefully it pays off.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start off as we usually do. Does anyone have any honorable mentions, guys they really like, but they just missed their top 10? I know Scott had a pretty controversial one he was talking about earlier. You want to throw that one out there, Scott?
Yeah, being a Ram fan, I didn't put Orlando Pace in the top 10.
That blows my mind.
Or Jackie Slater.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm
Can I ask
sorry.
why?
I didn't have either one of them on my list, and as soon as he said it after my list was made, I was like, "Son of a bitch."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Orlando Pace is one of my favorites too, man. I don't know
yeah.
how I missed him, man.
It was hard for me not to throw him in the top 5.
Right.
Like, yeah, Scott, what was the reasoning for not putting Pace or Slater in there?
There was just so many guys that there was. I forgot who it was. One of them played for like almost 3 decades.
Yeah.
You know,
Got
got in his late 30s, 40s, and early 50s, like 51. I don't know.
Was that Rayfield right?
No, he was 70s. He was in the 70s. I'm talking about
Groza?
Luke Groza.
Groza played forever, yeah.
He played from the 40s to the 60s.
Oh, I forgot about him, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, another one. See, there's so many great offensive tackles. When Alex first said this, I was like, that's going to be a hard list. And then I went and really started thinking. I was like, whoa, that's really going to be a hard list.
Just like I was going to say, just like in college, I defer to Alex.
Yeah. Well, my top 6 was pretty set in stone. There were a couple guys that was like, okay, I'll switch these positions. And then after that, it was like, there is some tough decisions to make here. Like,
yeah,
man, yeah, this was a very tough decision.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as for me, who's honorable mention, Art Shell. Yeah, I know. Art Shell, Ron Mix of the Chargers. I liked him a lot. Rayfield Wright. When I saw your list, I said, why didn't I have him on there? Guys that might have played, a while ago, but that were definitely big on their team. Was Deerdorf a tackle, or was he a guard? Yeah,
he was a tackle.
Deerdorf. So those are my honorable mentions.
Jesus Christ!
I used to deliver his mail.
Oh wow, that's right, St. Louis.
Yeah,
this list is making me feel stupid, man.
Well, some of the names you guys have brought up, just these two, I was like, yeah, okay, like
Shell and Deerdorf. How do you fucking forget them, man?
Yeah, but I
think Shell made my list, so
yeah, he's just outside. He's my 11.
I forgot Slater and Pace, man. That really, I'm ashamed of myself for that. I really fuck am.
Did you do everybody else by memory?
I threw 2 Buccaneer players in there just because I was like, well, I got to get fucking Grimes in because Grimes was a great fucking tackle, man. He was great. But then, and then Donald Penn, I threw him in there, and he's not considered great, but he was a really, really good player. But I put him way, way too high on my list. You ain't got to fucking bitch at me for it because I know I did.
As long as you know, Johnny.
His name came to me after I'd already got the other guys down, and I was like, fuck, I got to throw him in here somewhere. And then, for God's sakes, man, this list is embarrassing. I'm not unhappy with the rest of it though. I like my list, honestly.
One, the thing is, like, there's no names, I mean, other than Penn, that you look at it and you're like, really?
Right.
But, like, everyone else that I see on these lists deserves to be in this conversation. Yep. It's a very long list of people that deserve to be in that conversation.
And that's the
thing. There is. We could do a top 100 list of the offensive tackles, man, honestly.
Well, right. And that's one of the reasons why I said I defer to Alex, because some of this stuff, it's hard to judge. How do I judge who's the best? Is it by how many sacks they did not allow, or is it what do they keep those numbers at some, way back when? So,
well, offensive linemen, there's one stat. What is it? But that's for running game usually.
Are you talking pancakes?
Pancakes and downfield adjustments and shit. The downfield adjustment stats, and those are good ways to keep up with offensive linemen.
Right.
But
that's just half the game, right?
Right.
Huh?
That's just half the game, right? That's just the running game, essentially.
Right.
Now, you can get pancakes as a pass blocker.
Yeah.
It's just way more difficult.
So
those are the beautiful ones, though. Those are my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
as far as the other, if they could break it down to how many great defensive edge rushers and defensive ends they faced in their
Who they had
time,
to play.
then that would help narrow it down with tackles and stuff a little bit,
Yeah.
But
And how did they help the line? A lot of these guys that we have on here anchored some pretty great lines. You know what I mean? But they were the standout guy.
right.
Now, with the tackle position too, it's so hard to look at the entire offensive line as a whole.
Right.
Because the majority of the time as an offensive tackle, you're a one-on-one block.
Right.
It's you against that defensive end.
Right.
So
You might have a tight end chipping with you or a running back coming in and chipping, but
Yeah.
it's mostly on you. Yeah.
it's
I tell you what, if the quarterback gets sacked, it's totally on you. It don't matter if you got a blown running back block or blown tight end block, they're still going to look right at you. It doesn't matter. So
Especially that left side for most quarterbacks, because that's that blind side. And that's that top dollar tackle, that left tackle.
Well, and I mean, you look at it, a lot of these guys that we're about to talk about here, and even the ones we've already mentioned, when you listen to the TV broadcast, their name doesn't come up often, and that's a good thing as an offensive lineman. You want your name to be silent.
We was talking earlier, and Roger Rabbit over there brought up Michael Orr. And come on, if we had a list of the most overrated tackles, he would definitely be on it. He got famous because of that fucking movie, and the movie, his story was great, but then he come out and said the story was bullshit. So,
yeah. Well, and he was a decent starting tackle in the NFL, but he wasn't by any means great.
Yeah,
but he was no anchor. He was totally a system tackle. If there's any such thing as a fucking system tackle, he was definitely one of them, because once he left the Ravens, he kind of disappeared in Carolina. Bye-bye. See ya. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I've got another honorable mention, Andrew Whitworth.
Fuck me.
You stole one of my honorable mentions, you bastard.
I'd have put Whitworth on my list, man.
Rams wouldn't have won that Super Bowl without Big Whit.
You're absolutely right.
That is true.
Was the biggest difference in the Rams the previous year and then the Rams last year.
Yep.
The biggest difference.
Protection.
Yep. No boom sliding from right to left. Did not work for them.
I really thought he was going to come back last year.
No, there was no way. As soon as you guys won, I knew.
When the weight came off of him, you knew it was over, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Did Joe Thomas make anybody's list?
He made mine.
Oh, he made mine.
Oh,
he definitely made mine.
Okay.
As long as he played.
Let's start with who are we going to start with? Going around this way?
We'll start with Scott and then go Sean.
Okay.
John, but Johnny, you didn't give me any honorable mentions.
Oh, I told you my honorable mention.
Okay, I was gonna say, are there any other ones besides the?
I think you just did that to rub it in some more, man.
Well, I'll throw out a few that I had. I know this guy made a couple of the other lists. He just missed mine. Forrest Gregg, phenomenal offensive tackle. He just missed my list. Guy that's just come into the Hall of Fame in the last year or two here, Tony Baselli. For the Jaguars, very good, just a short career.
Damn, I forgot him too. Great.
And then some of these modern era guys, Jordan Gross for the Panthers, Ryan Clady for the Broncos, and Jake Long for the Dolphins and Rams. He was phenomenal until he got hurt.
I like that.
So those were a few extra.
I have to count longevity for offensive tackle too, because most of them have the greats have good long careers, man.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why people like Baselli and Jake Long were just honorable mentions for me, and even Clady. Clady only played like 7 years.
Right.
So a lot of these guys that are way up here played 10 plus years. So
hell, some of them have fucking 10 Pro Bowls.
Yeah. All right.
Hello, everybody.
And Nick, thank you for tuning in. Said the Bears starting 5 of 85.
Nick, did I send you
I sent it.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, if you want to hop on, Nick, hop on and talk some O-line with us. Teresa, thank you for tuning in. Said hello. Thank you for tuning in, Teresa. Hope you're doing well. Christopher Cole, same to you, said evening, everyone. And also Misador said hello,
What up,
gentlemen.
what
Thank
up?
you for tuning in. All of you guys.
To be honest, if I knew Misador and Teresa was in here, just out of spite, I would have put Donovan Smith up there.
I'm surprised you didn't see them and throw him in an honorable mention spot. All right, Scott, let's start it off with you here. Who's in your 10 slot?
I have Rayfield Wright
Mhm.
at number 10.
That's a good one. Yeah, he's another one of those guys that I had down as an honorable mention. He just already got said.
He had a great career too.
Yeah, Misador, when we get to those interior guys, Mike Webster absolutely
Definitely.
gets in there.
Yeah,
That's he was inside.
We got a list here. That's a very good list. Munoz,
I like
one,
that
Ogden,
list.
I
two.
like that a lot.
I'm
Jones,
sensing a pattern
3.
here, man, with Munoz and Ogden.
I've seen Rosie Brown too. That's another.
Rosie
honorable
Brown's
mention.
another very good one. Ron Yeri, Tony Baselli. Yeah,
I love
very, very good list.
Like that.
All right, Rayfield Wright for Scott. Sean, what do you got at number 10?
I am staying home with, forgive me, Johnny, but the Washington Redskins and Joe Jacoby from 81 to 93. He anchored that line. The aforementioned Michael Orr, they started that movie with the play where Joe Jacoby unfortunately gave up the block to LT, who then broke Joe Theismann's leg.
Yeah.
But the importance of that left tackle, the epitome of that left tackle, was Joe Jacoby. Needs to be in the Hall of Fame, man. Come on, guys.
Agreed.
Put that man in there.
I could move him up on that list a little bit too.
I can see that, but I don't want to appear too much like a homer.
I know you trying to be all unbiased and shit, man.
He's number one. I'm sorry.
I try to be unbiased too, and here I am with 2 Buccaneers on my fucking list. And one of them, one of mine, I will tell you right now, does not need to be in the top 10 list.
I have zero Lions in my top 10.
Huh?
I have 0 Lions in my top 10.
Well,
I love like Jeff
that's
Backus,
understandable.
Lomas Brown. I love those two as tackles. They're very good tackles, but they don't sniff this list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Jimbo Covert, another very good one that I forgot about.
Oh yeah.
That's a very good one.
Oh, my number 10 is Rayfield Wright.
Yeah, that's a
great
good one.
career.
I had him in my honorable mention spot.
Dallas and the Eagles. Yep.
Yeah, very good. Very good picks there. Number 10 for me. I did the rest of the list and forgot him, so I threw him in. It's Art Shell. This is a guy that realistically I would probably put way higher if I had thought of him earlier.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I left him out because if I put him in there, it would have been nepotism. That's my Uncle Art.
Is that real or fake?
Yeah.
Great Scott.
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say I'm calling bullshit on that one too.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
East St. Louis, born and raised.
99 point what did you say percent?
9. Speaking of 9, Scott, what do you have for your number 9 offensive tackle of all time?
I have Joe Stidehar.
Ooh.
I don't.
And Johnny gets me in on this, and I always wind up Alex making fun of me afterwards.
Well, I mean, when you leave
Gunshot.
Walter Payton off the running back list.
I got him so fucking nervous
I
earlier
knew he
before
was
you
going to
joined.
bring that up again.
He was so nervous before you jumped on here because I kept busting his balls about not having Anthony Munoz up there.
Wait, does he? Oh,
he has him on his list.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I shouldn't have let you know that. I should have let you think that he didn't know him at all.
Oh. I was gonna say that's almost as egregious as Walter Payton.
Yeah.
Number 9 for Sean. Who you got?
Gary Zimmerman, one-time Minnesota Viking, then Denver Bronco, got a Super Bowl. think he had like 100 and almost 170 consecutive starts. Pro Football Hall of Famer. Definitely love that guy. So
that's the only one I don't get with you. So
he was one of the ones that helped anchor that line that finally got John Elway a Super Bowl.
I know who he is. I never thought he was top 10 material. He'd make an honorable mention for sure.
One of the things about him, and I think it's.
Hey, listen to me. Who am I to fucking talk?
No, I'm saying
top 10, man.
I know him more through football cards than I do from him because you never heard his name because he was that good.
Right.
Yeah. Raymond, him popping into the comments just made me think of another one I would consider throwing in my honorable mentions. Marcus McNeil, the old Chargers left tackle for Phillip Rivers.
Oh man, I didn't even think any West Coast shit like that, man. Do I have a Charger on my list at all? No.
I don't have a Charger on my list.
I had Ron Mix in my honorable mention, but
I got Ron Yeri from the Vikings at 9.
There you go.
That's a good one. My number 9 is my only current player on this list. Sean, this is your guy. It's Trent Williams.
Hey, yeah.
Silverback.
How the did we forget about Trent? Son of a bitch, Alex, man.
I saw the list in the private chat, and I was like, I cannot wait to throw this one in there.
Oh yeah.
In a few more years, I could see Trent Williams moving up that fucking list really high, man.
Oh, he's quickly climbing this list. Yeah. I don't think it's far-fetched to say he cracks top. In my opinion, I probably wouldn't move him higher than 5.
I think Whitworth is a better. Whitworth's going to go high on this fucking list in the next decade or so. You're going to see his name fucking jumping up these boards, man, on these lists.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. Number 8, Scott. What do you got?
Mike McCormack.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Steel Town. Just Pittsburgh and Baltimore build their offensive line just to be fucking like.
That's a good one, Misador. A very good
Marcus
one.
Russell and Benjamin.
And the size.
I'll give you one better. Rest in peace to the hefty lefty Jared Lorenzen.
Oh man, number 22.
Yeah.
The hefty lefty. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a legend.
Yeah. All right, Sean, what do you got for your number 8 spot?
My 8 is Johnny's 9. He helped those Minnesota Vikings get to 4 Super Bowls. Ron Yeri.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He'd been higher on my list if they hadn't collapsed so much in those Super Bowls.
That's the thing. Couldn't get it done in the clutch.
Yep.
That's another great nickname for Lorenzen, the Pillsbury throw boy.
Yes.
Me's on fire tonight.
Yeah. He's off to a good start here. All right, Johnny, I like your number 8 spot. What do you got here?
Randy Grimes, but I don't know if I should even have him on this because Randy Grimes wasn't a full-time offensive tackle. He played guard and tackle, and he switched a lot. But my memories of him, his greatness was as offensive tackle. Nobody touched the quarterback when he was there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody touched. He never allowed a sack. That's something very few offensive tackles or linemen can say. Period.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that pick a lot. And he was a guy that didn't really cross my mind because, like you said, he switched so much.
Yeah.
And then when I saw your list, I was like, yeah, that's a good one. I like that one a lot. My number 8 is Sean's number 10. I got Joe Jacoby here. I love what he brought to the table
keep
here.
Rubbing it in that I forgot him and put Donald Penn on my fucking list. Come on.
I'm just gonna keep digging that Trent Williams one in there. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Silverback.
Oh, it's no worse than Orlando Pace. Come on, man. I left Pace off the list.
That's
fucking put Donald Penn in it.
Yeah, that's
the list of people that you didn't put on could be a whole
thing. If this was just a list solely based on my favorite players then I could have Donald Penn on there and justify it because he was.
Yeah.
I love the fire he brought to the offensive line, his meanness, and that he was with the Bucks with a great offensive line. We had Davin Joseph and Jeremy Zuttah and those guys. Man, that was a great offensive line we had at that time.
Zuttah, yeah, I forgot about him. That's a good one.
Whoa, that liquor got up there on top.
Huh?
All right, Scott, what do you got for number 7?
What he did not say what I think he said.
I got Joe Thomas.
Oh, okay.
He had to get on the fucking party too, didn't he?
All
Yes,
right.
people, I forgot Joe Thomas too.
No.
Oh,
No,
I was gonna say no, you
no, I
didn't.
didn't.
All right, yeah, that's a good one. I got him a bit higher up, but
Same here.
at least he's on the list.
Yes.
Number 7 for you, Sean. What do you got?
I have the Saints. Saints, I think he played Chiefs too. Willie Roaf.
Roast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Woof, woof.
I loved
That's
him.
another very good one.
He was in the Hall of Fame. Right. 90s and in the 2000s. Def on the all, like they're all season, all decade team.
Yeah.
Well, the guy's a monster, man. I love that guy.
I'm really starting to like your list, man. Except for the fact that you keep bringing up motherfuckers that I don't know. I wouldn't put Donald Penn out for Willie Roaf though. I'd loved Willie Roaf, but I favor Donald Penn over that.
Stick with Penn, man. Just stick with him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make an argument for him.
All right. Well, Johnny, what do you got for your number
I
7?
can't not make an argument for Donald Penn where I put him though, man. I can't. Damn, he don't even belong on the fucking list, and I got him at 5, man.
Said it.
Fucking 5. Damn.
Oh, and Misador's backing you out through Donald Penn in there.
Oh, fuck, man. Where are we at?
You for number 7.
7. Walter Jones.
I love Walter Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did I miss him? Yeah.
Oh,
I got him
I
higher.
don't know. A lot of people could probably have him higher.
Yeah, I do. I am a fair bit higher.
I loved watching him, except for when he played the Rams.
No, he's such a phenomenal tackle.
I feel the same way about Willie Roaf. Fucking
Fair.
playing the ball.
All right, my number 7. You guys that sent me your list before have him quite a bit higher. Jim Parker. This is the guy that my top guys were just so set in stone, and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, he deserves to be in this conversation, so I threw him next.
Nationally, I think on most lists they have Jim Parker still at number 1. And
There's a lot
I
of places
can't
that do, yeah.
Yeah, I can't put him at number 1 right now, but he's definitely on my list.
Yeah. A lot of these other guys I just got to actually watch, so that's why they're higher. But yeah, Jim Parker, you can't knock what he's done. He's phenomenal. All right, Scott, we'll roll it back to you for number 6. What do you got?
Sorry, Sean. I took your number 6 too, Forrest Gregg.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I like that.
Wait a minute, you got Forrest Gregg 6?
Yeah, first 6.
Well, that's all 3 of us then.
Yeah, all 3 got Forrest Gregg at 6.
I like that.
This is where my kind of elite tier that I watched is in this area. And then, I mean, there's obviously one that I didn't get to watch that's up here, but most people consider him one of the greatest of all time at tackles. So that's why he's up there. But my number 6 is Orlando Pace, the guy I got to watch a decent bit of growing up. Wish he didn't go to Ohio State, but everything else about him is really good.
I showed Orlando Pace around the Best Buy on St. Charles Rock Road when he came to St. Louis.
Can we get over the Orlando Pace stuff now?
I apparently do not have him.
Yeah, you forgot him too.
Ah, yes.
I'm the only one that had Orlando Pace on my list.
I have him on my list on my phone. How did I not put it on?
What's wrong with you fuckers, man?
Where do you have him on your phone?
On my phone, I have him. I have Forrest Gregg. Oh, so for me, who does it? Oh, me, Joe Jacoby. He doesn't make it. Move everybody back, and then at Forrest Gregg at 7, Pace at 6, Jackie Slater at 5.
No.
But I
You're
put
stuck
in
with
Joe
what you-
Jacoby.
No, you're stuck with what you got, just like I am.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. I see now where, because I have it written different on my list, but I was like, well, I got to put Joe in here. So I immediately put him at 10. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least he was worthy.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting to that slot here.
No,
Scott,
Yes,
Scott,
five, okay?
Scott, what do you have at number 5?
Can we single him out, please?
Was it my turn?
Yeah, what do you got for number 5?
I've got Ron Yari.
Ooh, all right. Good pick.
The only
Yeah, I think
the only
Yari
LA
could
Ram
win
that I
anywhere
got
on
in
this
there.
list, man.
Yeah. Well, we got him in all different spots. Like, he was one of my honorable mentions. Johnny, you had him at 9. Sean, you had him at 8. And Scott's got him at 5. And none of those are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, he fits everywhere.
Yeah.
Unlike
Absolutely.
my 5.
So Sean, what do you got for number 5?
Jackie Slater, the Ram.
Good pick.
Trying to help.
Good
Come
pick.
on, Scott. I was throwing you a bone here, man.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Jackie
Mhm.
Slater's worthy of a 5 spot.
Yeah, that's a very good pick.
You know who ain't worthy of a 5 spot? Donald motherfucking Penn. Okay, I took Donald Penn. Shoot me.
All right. My number 5, where I said I had him a bit higher, Willie Roaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
I love
another.
Oh hell no! Fuck that! If I got no, fuck that! No. Where you at, fucking Alex? Come get over here. Say it again.
Willie Roaf at number 5.
Yeah, that's about as worthy as Donald Penn at 5.
Oh,
Willie
Get
Roaf,
outta here.
He's a worthy of a mention, but I wouldn't put him at 5. Come on, man.
All right,
these
well,
words going off in the comments.
Willie Roaf is much better than Donald Penn. So,
Willie Roaf got owned by a bunch of fucking Buccaneers fucking defensive ends.
all right, that's one team.
Well, it's the Succaneers. Come on, man. Succaneers are owning you.
And not every player on that team sucked, and you know it.
There you go.
You guys had good defensive lines.
I can't believe I sat here and said.
And you
Succaneers.
can't even
I
argue
hate
that because
word,
the guys, yeah,
I hate that word.
some of your favorite all-time Bucks are D linemen. So
Just stick with your list, Johnny. That's
Yeah.
what you told me.
yeah, stick with your list. Stick to your list, Mr.
No,
Donald
man,
Penn.
he's been just shooting at me and motherfucking reminding me all this, putting these motherfuckers in here who I know fucking deserve it, and then finally he fucks up and puts one too high. I'm going to fucking call him out on it.
You guys are making
That's
this old
it.
man blush with all this motherfucking shit you're talking about.
Oh,
So, all right.
Did
Well,
I say that?
most casual
Scott,
cussing I've ever heard.
You guys are freaking me out, man. Oh, looky here!
all right. How we doing, Marty?
Here we go.
What you doing tonight, Marty?
Talking football, drinking beer.
Hey!
There we go. All right, Marty, are you hopping in on this top 10 offensive tackle list, or are you?
I'll just jump in for a second. I'll let y'all.
You could be an innocent bystander in this mess too.
Yeah, you can just hang out and be here. If you don't got a list, that's fine. We get you're more than welcome to be here. You're always welcome.
Wait
I
a
know,
second. Before the show, you said I couldn't have it hanging out. And you're going to let him
Oh
hang out?
God bless, man.
Oh, there you go. You're in timeout.
Naughty, Scott.
Welcome to the NFL edition, where you never know
Misador
what's
says
going
that
on
Marty
next.
can copy Johnny's list.
That worked.
Oh, yeah. At 5, Donald Penn. At 4,
No,
Donald
no.
Penn.
Doesn't
At
like
3,
start at
Donald
5,
Penn.
man.
At 2, Donald Penn. And number 1 is Donald Penn.
Get you a
I
Donald Penn
I'll
jersey.
put it like this. I would put Ryan Jensen in the top 10, low top
No.
10.
This is offensive tackles.
This
only.
is just tackles.
Oh, okay.
Next week, we're doing a guards list and a centers list.
I mean, Leon Lett, wasn't he offensive tackle?
DT, defense.
Oh,
Other
it was.
side of the ball.
Okay.
Who was the tackle on the team?
Although, you could say he was an offensive player.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
He almost scored a
Well,
touchdown.
What about the gentleman that was the offensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills back in the day? His name was Bruce. Was it Bruce Smith?
It was edge. But
Defensive end, yeah.
who
Defense again.
was it?
Are you thinking of
Wade
Bruce
Wilson?
Matthews?
For the
House
Buffalo
Ballard.
Bills.
That was their
Yeah,
guy.
Bruce Matthews. That was the godfather of offensive
He's a
lineman.
guard.
Yeah.
I said offensive lineman, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying for this list, he doesn't. That's the reason he's not on this list, is because he's a guard. But he's, in my opinion, top 3 on that guard list.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The godfather of offensive linemen.
All right, Scott, you can come out of timeout now. Because it's your turn for number 4. What do you got?
I got Walter Jones.
Okay.
Oh, good.
We
We agree on that. I got him at number 4.
Another one I don't have on the list. Dang on it.
I had him at 7.
I gotta get him.
Easter says, Johnny, you have pen on there where it's worse.
Stop it. Stop it.
I think it's too
Mark's
early.
got to earn that bread first.
Yeah. I'm surprised Scott doesn't have all of his St. Louis linemen on his list. There's nothing but Rams.
No, Scott's doing
He
really
doesn't
well,
have-
man. He didn't put
yeah.
any offense. He didn't put any
None
of
of
the
them.
Rams on the list.
Well, no. Him not having any Rams doesn't mean he's doing well.
Well, yeah.
He does have a good list, but there are some notable omissions from that list.
Whitworth, Pace.
Yeah,
What position did Refrigerator Perry play besides running back?
Defensive
tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And then they put him on offense as a running back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What, like
A
that?
short
They
yardage
put
back.
Warren Sapp as a tight end a few times.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Warren Sapp caught a touchdown in a game.
Yeah, against
Couple games, actually, I think it
Falcons.
was.
Yeah, but it was against the Falcons.
Okay. Where are we at?
I thought it was against the Rams in 1999 when we beat the Bucks and went on to the Super Bowl.
Where are we at?
Oh, this
Okay,
guy.
you're back. You're back in timeout.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sean and Johnny, you guys both have the same at number 4.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, have you still
He can't
sending
answer
Christmas
you.
cards?
He can't answer
Can you-
you.
He's still in timeout.
Is he still sending Christmas cards to those referees? I'm just wondering.
Oh, yeah. He sent cash-filled Christmas cards to him.
No.
I didn't need to unmute him for that one.
Yep.
They get put in a nursing home. He's over there holding their hands, let them go piss and shit in a bucket or something.
Oh, all right. Johnny and Sean, what do you guys have for number 4? Because
Oh,
it's the same.
Joe
place.
Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Joe Thomas. He is. I don't care. He's one of the living greats, man. That people should. I hope they recognize him for what he has been able to do.
They need to.
He's,
And on the
he's
Browns.
my favorite player on this list.
And on the Browns, yeah.
On some terrible Brown teams.
He's the Randy
Some
Grimes of the Browns.
Awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just some of the injuries he played through, like that consecutive snap streak that he had for years and years and years. And he was a part of that amazing 2007 draft class.
Yep.
Like, you think about it, like Megatron, Joe Thomas, Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch, Darrell Revis, some phenomenal players in that draft class, and Jamarcus Russell. But very one of the better draft classes. If you're talking
That's
top set.
why I'm going to, just a forewarning, I'm going to have Ali Marpet on my guards list, man, because that guy he created the turnaround in Tampa on the offensive line.
Oh, yeah. Retired way too early.
Oh, Musador, I just saw this comment.
He only one.
You know what's funny? The last 2 years, he's come to Washington's training camp and OTA
Yeah.
He
camp.
said everybody's training camp, man.
But he's been
That's
working
part
with
of
us specifically.
That's part of the trafficking. He's going around.
He's working specifically with Miami too.
Hey.
So
trying to-
you know,
Look, I'm
Come
trying
on,
to give your
man.
guy a little bit of love. All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you want to go see a disaster in person. So that's maybe
Wow.
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 Okay, well,
Hey, Dan is
I'll
leaving. All right.
I'll get this back on track. I agree with Scott here. My number 4 is Walter Jones. And Scott,
I think Jones could have went anywhere on the list too. Actually,
he's another one.
He served.
It's his community service. Scott, what do you got for
except
number 3?
5. He couldn't have went number 5. No way. You can't put Jones at 5. That's Donald Penn's spot.
Scott, you're not muted anymore.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Rabbit.
I have Anthony Munoz at number 3.
Oh.
Okay. When Johnny tried to trick me into thinking he wasn't on the list, I was expecting like 6, 7 somewhere in there. This is a good spot. 1, 2, or 3. Those are where he's got to be.
Yeah.
All right. Sean, what do you got?
3, I got Jonathan Ogden.
Great pick. I
Hater.
love Jonathan Ogden.
Fucking hater.
All right, Mr. Donald Penn, what do you got at 3?
Jim Parker.
Good pick. I got Joe Thomas at number 3.
Hey, I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
I wanted to put him 2, but my number 2 had to stay there. Speaking of tackles, Nicholas Petit-Frere suspended the first 6 games of the season for gambling. He was part of that when Isaiah Rodgers and all those Colts players got suspended indefinitely.
But that's stupid.
And it was just like, oh, by the way, Nicholas Petit-Frere 6 games.
I'm sorry, but they're track your shit. It's stupid to catch that charge right now. It is the dumbest fucking thing on the planet.
Here's my thing: is the betting on the NFL games? Yes. For me, like
betting in stadiums, they've been told ahead of time. They're not.
Well, no, now they've been told. They interviewed.
If they read the rules, they fucking see it.
But see, here's the thing: they surveyed multiple NFL players, and it was young guys, 5 years, 10 years, like multiple different spots throughout their career in the league. It was like 90-95% of the players
First time this shit happened with the suspensions for gambling was in 1963. It's not a new thing.
I know. I'm just saying.
The ways that
the majority,
I honestly, okay. I'll take it easier on the players a little bit, but the fucking fault really lies with their fucking agents. We're not letting them know how serious it can be.
Well, to me, it's on the league. The league needs to do a better job of notifying these guys of what the actual rule is. And now they're doing that. Johnny, did you not hear what I just said? They surveyed tons of NFL players. Like 90% of the people did not know the specifics of the rule.
You know why? Because half of them aren't reading their fucking contracts. They're relying on their fucking agents to do it all. And if their agent ain't doing it, then you got to step up.
The NFL pushes all these other rules, and they're just leaving this one to the side. That's where my issue is. And
I've heard about it for the last 18 months, man. Come on.
And it doesn't help when the NFL is promoting partner sponsors.
Yeah, when your main partnerships are gambling, and you don't focus on the rules around gambling, that's where I have the issue. And
that's as may be, but fucking those rules are written there every fucking season. They're handed.
Meeseor makes a great point here.
That's a point.
That's why I said the agents.
Well, and Chris makes a good point here. Now teams are starting to do right and actually block these.
That's good.
Which is good.
Well, and my main issue is people like Nicholas Petit-Frere, like Jameson Williams, these kind of guys. They're getting more of a suspension if they had beat their wife or girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 4-game suspension. Betting on a college football game, college basketball game, an NBA game while you're in your facility, team hotel, whatever, is 6 games. That is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, look at John Watson. He should.
When it comes to fucking beating the girlfriends, I think a lot of that has to do with video. I mean, look what Ray Rice was banned from the league, and then the other dude that went to Dallas, what was his name? With the guns and
Greg
shit.
Hardy.
Yeah, he got to play again, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of it
look
has
at
to
Kareem
do with
Hunt,
the
though.
video that they're seeing, and that's not right either. I'm not just
and no disrespect, we all know how serious this topic is, but let's not act like the NFL really cares anything about this. You talked about Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill. I sent you that a couple weeks ago, Johnny.
Yeah.
He hit his pregnant wife and kicked her.
I didn't
while
see
in
that,
college.
man.
And I'll send it to you again. And he still got picked up. This dude only had one receiving touchdown in college. And then got picked up and everything. He got in the right situation. But they don't care about this stuff. That they try to be on board with everything like that, but they don't. But when you touch that revenue, when you start coming in,
Well, I could bring up Peyton Manning too and his shit.
Yeah. Big Ben.
Yep.
Which Big Ben got 4 games. Try and tell me that is a lesser thing than betting on an NBA game in your team facility. Try and argue that one.
Tell them ladies that shit.
This
will make it all better for you. Deshaun Watson. Come on, man. He should never be fucking playing again, dude.
Video of Alvin Kamara, yet a suspension not.
There's been a video of Kamara, right?
Yeah.
And
what
is
video
going
of
on
him in the Uber bragging about what he did to the guy?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that.
And the court date just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. I think it's supposed to be August now.
He's trying to play the Deshaun Watson thing, man. He's going to play himself out. What is he, a running back? Okay, how much are we going to tolerate that fucking shit? The NFL has a balance point there where, okay, we're balancing your worth to the teams in the league against how much you're costing us. You know what I mean? Right now, nobody's raising hell about Kamara. If they start raising hell about Kamara, he'd be gone, dude. He's just a running back. And I know that sounds like shit, but that's the value of the position now. Look at the pay scale.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I agree.
Favoritism. Who can bring in the better revenue? Like Johnny and Alex were saying, if you're a superstar player, you're pretty much untouchable. Or if you do get in trouble, it's going to be a slap on the wrist. If it's a third string quarterback that does the same thing, he's kicked out immediately.
Yep.
Like
as far as Ray Rice goes, the guy's a hero, and him and his wife together are heroes in fucking Baltimore, man. They have that clinic and all that shit, and they're really well praised there. I think him leaving the league was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
of course that wouldn't have happened either if he was playing at the par he was 2 years earlier. You know, they would have brushed that shit aside then.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Carter should have been telling these young guys not to do certain things.
Chris Carter does do that, dude.
He's always said,
he used to do that.
make sure you have somebody with you to take the fall. So why don't they just get somebody else to put their gambling bets in so they can get in trouble?
Thank you. They all have entourages. You can't tell me you can pass your phone over. Not even pass your phone. Just say, hey, here, I'm going to give you this amount, put it on this, and go. Do it like people used to do it.
Well,
we're bookie.
Yeah. Yeah, like
where are we at? What number are we on?
Like, I want to take a bet that the Rams quarterback gets injured in week 2.
Oh, all right. Well, speaking of the Rams,
don't ever do that, man.
Scott, you are on number 2. What do you got?
Jonathan Ogden.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Sean, what do you got?
Anthony Munoz.
Another phenomenal pick. Johnny, what do you got for number 2?
Go Ravens. Jonathan Ogden.
Yeah, I also have Jonathan Ogden, number 2. Yeah, I mean,
what can you say? Their first Hall of Famer too. So
yeah. And was he their first draft pick? Or was it Lewis then Ogden?
I think Ogden was first.
I think Ogden was first, yeah. Yeah.
They knew which way they wanted to go when they started that team. They knew they wanted to go with that real heavy trenches and shit. So
it's their identity.
Well, yeah, you look at some of their greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Ogden, Lewis, Suggs, like
we're counting one of theirs as ours too. Ryan Jensen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta have that attitude.
Marshall
too.
Yonda.
It seems like all the offensive linemen that ever played for the Ravens have that fucking attitude, man. It's just
you gotta have it though.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
A lot of it though is, and this is what makes these great offensive linemen, is their ability to flip that switch. When they're on the field, you're nasty like that.
Yep.
You've got it, like that was one thing I was always proud I could do was flip that switch.
That's what I was so
You gotta be
fucking
nasty
mad
out
about. Fucking Lovey Smith came to Tampa, and the first thing he did is he got rid of the entire attitude, the attitude core. The Donald Penn, Davin Joseph, Jeremy Zutaw, all gone. And that
Jeremy
was the heart and soul of us, man. They were all Pro Bowlers. Every fucking one of them were Pro Bowlers, man. And I was like, oh, fuck, Lovey. This ain't Chicago, man. Stop it.
Did Jeff Fain ever play for you guys? Center?
Fain?
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't remember him playing with us. He might have.
Yeah,
I think it was like 08, 09, somewhere in there.
He wore number 52, I believe.
Yeah, I think. If I remember correctly, he played for you guys. Not long, but I believe he played for the Saints before you guys.
Well, I probably erased him from my memory cells then.
Played for the Browns 2003 to 2005, the Saints 06 and 07, the Bucks 08 to 2011, then
Really?
the Bengals in 2012.
Yeah, because he had that black face paint almost all around his
Oh, he
face.
did. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. The John, whatever his name is, John Randall fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's finish off our number ones here. Scott, what do you got for number one?
I remember watching this guy. I saw him get drafted in 1950 something. Jim Parker. I remember watching him when I was 3 years old in 57.
I was wondering if he was going to make the list just seeing all the other names here. I was sitting there, I was like, he's got to be number one, right? Like, good pick. All right. Sean, what do you got?
Same for me. Same for me. He's a great anchor to a great bunch of teams with the Colts. So yeah,
I love Jim Parker, but I couldn't put him at one. Not with Anthony Munoz out there.
Yeah.
I love Munoz, and I've got 5 decades of watching football at least. You know, a little bit more.
God, you're old.
Shut up.
You just said you watched a
college
player in the
guy.
50s get drafted.
right.
Yeah, we're going into
I
7
said I was
decades
3
there.
years old.
you still aged yourself back to the 50s.
Yeah.
I was born in
When the
54.
Lions last won a title.
I'm going by
Oh,
when I
okay.
have
Marty's in
wow.
time out now.
Okay?
Marty's in time out now.
But Munoz is like he was so fucking amazing.
Yeah. I remember when I was in high school, kind of like prepping for some of these like college teams and all that, trying to get these offers. I went to a college camp, and the coach that we had was he was probably 60, 70 at the time, and this was 10 years ago. And he was one of those guys that he was always like, okay, who do you watch? Like, whose tape are you watching to try and kind of work off of? And I said Joe Thomas and Jonathan Ogden. He's like, good, but you're missing one. Go watch Munoz. So I went on YouTube and just Munoz highlights for just hours.
You saw how he handled. They would overload. The defenses would overload that side every fucking time, and he'd still fucking hold up his end of the shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, look at this guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he just phenomenal. But I mean, Munoz deserves to be in the conversation for one. Ogden, Thomas, Parker, like there's so many guys.
These are all guys who will take on the defensive end and an edge rusher. Every one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, like there's so many.
I like those three.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will Wolford, yeah.
Alex, when were you born? In 2004?
98.
Oh, 98?
Yeah.
Oh, you're an old dude. You're catching up with Sean.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Nick said you should call the show NFL Geriatric Edition.
And wait till you get on there, Nick.
Yeah, chicken shit. You're coming here and talk about some of your Bears offensive linemen, if there were any.
Well, he
There's gonna be a couple next week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Nick just turned 50 and he can get the senior discount at McDonald's now.
Rich went Vegas, Taco Bell in my 20s.
I got a senior discount.
Chris said-
I got a senior discount at Motel 6 this week.
Chris said, "Why do I feel attacked?"
Oh.
After they gave Johnny.
Nick said, "I'm going to the movies. No time for your frivolity." Oh, well played, Nick. All right. Well, yeah. So I'll roll through the list again here quick. I'll go through the honorable mentions we had. So Scott had Orlando Pace,
fuck.
Jackie Slater, Andrew Whitworth. Sean listed Art Shell, Ron Nix, Rayfield Wright, Dan Deerdorf.
Wait. I don't feel bad about my honorable mention whatsoever because he left Whitfield out.
I did.